Welcome to Delta Signal Corporation. Myself and my fellow board members, Rose, Angelo and George, will be presenting our Harvard Business Simulation analysis and recommendations in this presentation. Firstly, we feel it is necessary to give you background information of the company under the CEO, Weber. I will now pass you on to Angelo.
Firstly, I will discuss the background of Delta Signal Corporation. Delta Signal Corporation is an automotive electrical part manufacturer and supplier for luxury and non-luxury vehicles that was funded by the former CEO Louis Weber in Ohio, USA in 1992. The company runs 100 product lines tuned at 2,000 exclusive products in 18 different manufacturing facilities located in 8 different countries in 4 continents across the globe. Moreover, the current CEO's strategy to distinguish Delta Corporation from other auto parts manufacturers was to accommodate luxury car manufacturers with high-end, custom-designed and highly innovative electrical parts. The company focused on their market over leveraging their resources with an uncontrolled outside-in perspective and have since changed to a resource-based view. Delta Signal Corporation as a company has faced many problems over the years. Most of these problems were that the company continued to lose market share to its competitors and that revenue levels which they aimed for are below what they expected to achieve leading up to 2013. Also, material and production costs keep going up and the current stock keeps falling. And that we have set to achieve was becoming a luxury segment through the increase and establishment of innovation. We have chosen objectives from each of the 4 perspectives which we will analyse in relation to our main goal of innovation. These initiatives that we'll further look into can be seen on the screen here. I will start off by speaking about the return on equity, which comes under the financial perspective. This new business strategy is consisting of inside-out perspective adopted by the new CEO. With the allocation of the initial $25 million, it caused the return on equity to drop in the first period. After this, though, the objective and associated initiatives took effect, and as we could see, the return on equity began to increase for the next 5 periods. However, from period 6 onwards, it began to slightly decline. This financial metric does not tell the whole story, therefore we have drawn on 3 other perspectives: customer, internal process, and learning and growth, which are utilised and observed in the balanced scorecard and strategy map. Through systems thinking, we have formulated some possible reasons why this occurred, such as the misaligned initiatives and wrong selections of objectives. This will be expanded on throughout the rest of the presentation. Now I'll pass it on to George, who is speaking about the next perspective.
In this graph, you can see in the beginning there is an exponential growth at a consistent pattern, but the results stagnated and decreased due to the decision to cut funding towards the leading supplier. As the satisfaction of the end user is the ultimate goal of customers and suppliers, the better supplier quality, the better the supplier's long-term position, which will result in customers possessing superior quality. And we believe that building a good relationship with suppliers is a must, and the approach of suppliers needs to be a part of the strategic plan. The results indicated that it grew steadily across periods, starting from 15% to 31%. This is because we kept funding this initiative to support the fluctuation of new technology. To leverage your supplier-business relationship, the relationship should be built at different organizational levels with dialogue amongst key stakeholders in the organization. Also, cooperation with the supplier needs to be structured in a way that allows them to stay updated on current initiatives, future outlooks, and supplier performance, which covers quality, delivery, and cost. Consequences of good and bad performance should also be clear. Regarding learning and growth, anticipating luxury OEM product needs has a slow growth in the beginning but grew exponentially. As leading-edge research and development tools encourage creative intelligence to develop knowledge from the information collected, synergies between overall technology development and open innovation in which global technology collaborations could occur. In the end periods, our results remained stagnant due to withdrawing of funds from the supplier pipeline for innovation program, as it directly connects to the graph and customer perspective of increased lead supplier partnership previously said. I will now pass it on to Rose.
During our simulation, the metric associated with reputation for innovation and technology rose dramatically in the first period from 15% to 50%, peaked at 69% in period 5, and then very slowly started declining, which was odd as we were financially funding the associated initiative throughout every period. We started investigating why this might be the case, and using our strategy map, worked our way down to the linked process objective, highly effective new product development. Looking at the financial history, we stopped funding the associated initiative in periods 2 and 7 as we needed to allocate funds to different initiatives, and we see there was a noticeable decline of 3% and then 6% of projects advancing to the next development stage. Overall, the peak percentage achieved within this metric was 27%, which was reached in periods 5 and 6. Comparing this with the customers who view Delta Signal as innovative metrics, the decline began at the same time as the process metric flatlined and then dropped. Simply examining the strategy mapped linked processes objective asked more questions and did not fully explain the drop in the customer perspective metric. Continuing down the strategy map, we came to the linked learning objective, which was enhance workforce skills in total quality management. While we had funded the relevant initiative, upon closer inspection, we discovered that this objective was not strategically aligned with the previous 2 objectives, hence the lack of sustainable growth within the metrics.
Okay, so this is an overview of our 4 recommendations. So firstly, we've decided to discontinue funding the company perceived as highest quality provider objective and the associated initiative High Quality Trade Marketing Campaign Initiative. And we'll discuss that in the following slides. So secondly, we decided we need to actually fund Leverage Supplier Technology Objective and the associated initiative Supplier Pipeline for Innovation program. And thirdly, we decided in order to fund the other recommendations, we needed to alternate between 2 marketing programs, the Innovative Trade Marketing Program and the Partner Trade Marketing Program. And finally, we decided we need to remove and then replace the Enhanced Workforce Skills in Total Quality Management objective to the Align R&D Department with Strategic Initiatives objective. Firstly, it is recommended that Delta Signal Corporation discontinue funding the initiative High Quality Trade Marketing Campaign that aims to educate the company's economy customers about its high quality value proposition. This initial decision to include the objective in the balanced scorecard and strategy map was flawed due to the initiative objective marketing the economy customers rather than the luxury segment. In turn, this puts $1 million back into the budget. So in conjunction with this, systems thinking was applied as a strategic feedback system when analysing the balanced scorecard, the strategy map, and the results from the 8 periods. Through this, complex cause and effect relationships between the linked initiatives surfaced, and it was discovered that withdrawing funding from the Supplier Pipeline for Innovation Program initiative caused progress to decline within this metric, but also stagnate in the connected initiative, anticipate luxury OEM product needs in the learning and growth perspective, and also decline in the connected initiative, increased lead supplier partnerships in the customer perspective. Here, it is recommended that in order to sustain competitive advantage and strengthen Delta Signal Corporation's resource base, Supplier Pipeline for Innovation Program initiative should be funded for the next 3 years, if not beyond this. Also, in order to stay within budget, an extra $1 million is required to fund the recommended initiatives I just previously mentioned. Therefore, it is recommended that for the next 3 years, Delta Signal Corporation alternate funding between customer initiatives, Partner Trade Marketing Campaign, and Innovative Trade Marketing Campaign. This is expected to free up the necessary $1 million without disrupting the reputation of Delta Signal Corporation, due to the fact that the increase of innovative and high-performance products offered by Delta Signal should ultimately influence how customers rate the company on innovation, regardless of what marketing campaign we use. I will now pass you on to Rose to explain our final recommendation.
Over the 8 periods, we engaged in double loop learning in regards to our initial assumptions and theories regarding the decision to include the objective enhance workplace skills in total quality management in our strategy map, and subsequently fund the initiative that supports it. This objective was incompatible with the future strategic vision of the company and should not have been included in our balanced scorecard and strategy map. Instead, it is recommended to remove this objective and for the next 3 years replace and fund the initiative linked to the objective, align R&D department with strategic initiatives. This objective should be linked to the internal process objective, highly effective new product development, and subsequently the customer objective, reputation for innovation and technology. This will further strengthen the resources and capabilities of Delta Signal Corporation as they attempt to sustain the competitive advantage and strategically align our balanced scorecard and strategy map. Thank you for watching our presentation.